In this video, we're going to rank the top 5 multiplayer games of 2023 based on our personal experience and preferences. These games are not only fun and engaging, but also offer amazing graphics, gameplay, and features. If you have any other game in your mind, please let us know in the comments. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Rust is a multiplayer survival game developed by Facebunch Studios and released in 2018. The game is set on a hostile island full of wildlife, resources, and other players. The only aim in Rust is to survive by gathering, crafting, building, and fighting. Rust has a procedurally generated world that can be explored and modified by the players. The game also supports map editor and server-side modding, allowing for custom maps and gameplay modes. Rust features various vehicles such as horses, cars, boats, and helicopters that can be used for transportation and combat. The game also has complex electrical and automation systems that can be used to create traps, alarms, turrets, and more. Rust has a dynamic and emergent gameplay that is influenced by the environment, the wildlife, and the other players. The game has a harsh weather system that affects the player's health and visibility. The game also has a hunger and thirst system that requires the player to find food and water sources. The game has a permadeath mechanic that makes the player lose all their items and progress upon death. Rust is one of the most popular indie games on Steam, with over 800,000 positive reviews and a peak of over 1.4 million concurrent players in 2023. The game has received over 300 content updates since its launch, adding new features, items, enemies, and monuments. Payday 3 is a cooperative first-person shooter game that was released on September 21, 2023 for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. It is the sequel to Payday 2, which was one of the most popular co-op shooters ever. In Payday 3, the players take on the role of the Payday Gang, a group of notorious criminals who have come out of retirement to face a new threat in New York City. The game features a variety of heists, weapons, cosmetics, and accolades that the players can customize and collect. The game also has a season pass that includes additional content such as new heists, tailor packs, and weapon packs. Payday 3 has received mixed reviews from critics and players who praised the game's co-op gameplay, graphics, and sound, but criticized the game's thin story, lack of innovation, and technical issues. Some of the game's updates and DLCs have also been controversial, such as the syntax error heist, which was accused of being too difficult and unfair. Payday 3 is still being supported by the developers, who have promised to fix the bugs and add more content in the future. Deep Rock Galactic is a co-op first-person shooter game that features space dwarves, destructible environments, and alien monsters. The game is set on the planet Hoxus 4, where the players work for a mining company that seeks to exploit its rich mineral resources. The game has 4 classes of dwarves, each with their own abilities and equipment: Gunner, Scout, Driller, and Engineer. The game also has procedurally generated caves that vary in size, layout, and hazards. The game supports up to 4 players in online co-op mode, where they have to complete various missions such as mining, salvaging, or exterminating. The game has a ranking system that tracks the player's progress and unlocks new perks, cosmetics, and weapons. The game is developed by Ghost Ship Games and published by Coffee Stain Publishing. It was released on Steam in 2020 and on Xbox and PlayStation in 2021. The Outlast Trials is a horror game that lets you play as a test subject in a secret Cold War experiment. You can either play alone or with up to 3 friends, as you try to survive the horrors of the Murkoff Corporation. The game is developed and published by Red Barrels, the same studio behind the previous Outlast games. The game features 4 different character classes, each with their own abilities and skill trees. You can use items like night vision goggles, lockpicks, mines, and drugs to help you escape or evade the enemies. You can also customize your character and sell with various options. The game has a seasonal program where you can complete trials and challenges to unlock rewards and secrets. The game is currently in early access on Steam, where it was released on May 18, 2023. The full version of the game is expected to launch on March 5, 2024, on Windows, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation 5. The game has received very positive reviews from players, who praised its atmosphere, gameplay, and multiplayer mode. Remnant 2 is a video game that was released in 2023 by Gunfire Games. It is a sequel to Remnant from the Ashes, a third-person shooter game that features cooperative multiplayer and procedurally generated levels. Remnant 2 is set in a post-apocalyptic world where humanity is on the brink of extinction due to an interdimensional invasion by the Root, a mysterious and hostile force. The game also introduces new weapons, armor, mods, traits, enemies, bosses, and biomes, such as the frozen wasteland of Raysum, the swampy jungle of Corsus, the desert city of Rom, and the alien world of Yesha. The game supports up to 4 players in online co-op mode, and allows players to customize their characters and equipment. Remnant 2 has received positive reviews from critics and players, who praised its graphics, gameplay, variety, replay value, and co-op mode. Some of the criticisms were directed at its difficulty, bugs, and lack of voice chat. The game has sold over 5 million copies worldwide and has been nominated for several awards, such as the Best Action Game and the Best Co-op Game at the Game Awards 2023. Remnant 2 is available for Windows, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. Thanks for joining us on the Arcade Attic. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, stay awesome, and we'll catch you in the next video.